Hi, today we will see SQL problem, user activity for the past 30 days. So first we will see here problem statement. Write a solution to find the daily active user count for a period of 30 days. So we have to find out daily active user count for a period of 30 days. And ending date also they given here 27 July 2019 inclusively. And here they mention a user was active on some day if they made at least one activity on that day. So user is active if he make any activity on that day, then it is active user. And here they mention return the result table in any order. And note they mention here any activity from open session, end session, scroll down, send message will be considered valid activity for a user to be considered active on a day. So suppose user is doing any of this activity, then it will considered as active user on that day. And here they given activity table and they mention here user ID, session ID, activity date and activity type columns. And here they mention here output, day and active users. So now we will write down the query here, select. So in the output we want day. So we will take activity date column and we will analyze it as day, and we want to calculate active users. So, and we have to calculate active users. So we will count function, we will use here count of, and distinct also we have to use here distinct function, distinct of. We have to take this user ID, and we will analyze it as in the output we want active users. So we will analyze it as active users. So here we are using distinct function because you can see here user ID 1 on 20 July he is doing activity open session, scroll down, end session, different activity on 20 July. And here they mention if the user is doing open session, end session, scroll down, send message, any of the activity, then it will count as active user. So that's why we are using here distinct function for user ID, because you can see it is doing 3 activity on the 20 July. So if any activity if he is doing, then it will consider as active. So that's why we are using here distinct function for user ID, count of distinct user ID, and we are analyze it as active users. And now from our table name is activity, so we will mention as from activity. Now another condition we have to mention here, where you can see we have to count daily active users for a period of 30 days. So, and ending date also they mention here 27 July 2019. So we will write down the condition here where activity date between, so this is the last date. So we have to take before date, like which is 30 days before, and 30 days before means the date is 2090 06 28, means 28 June is 30 days before 27 July 2019. So that's why we are taking this date, because this is 30 days back to this 27 July 2019. Between 28 June 2019 and ending date already they mentioned here, so we will take as it is this 27 July 2019. and we will use here group by, we will group by here activity date. So it will count by date by date. It will count group by date. So now we will run this query. You can see we got the output here. Output and expected also same. So here nothing, just we have to find here daily active user count for 30 days. And ending date also they given here 27 July 2019. So that's why we have used here activity date between 28 June 2090 to 27 July 2019. And as already they given here ending date, so we have taken 30 days before that. This is the date 28 June. So that's why we mentioned this condition here. And we have grouped it as activity date. So it will group by activity date. So we will get this result format by doing this. And here we have used here count function. So because we have to calculate how many users are active on that day. And listings also we have used here because you can see on the 20 July the user is doing open session activity, also scroll down and end session. So suppose if any of the activity is doing, as here they mentioned condition, so it is like active user. So that's why we have used here distinct function for user ID, and we have alleged it as active users. Like that it is, and we got the finally output also. Yes, and thank you.